Hello, everybody. This is Eunice with Florida Training Academy, and I'm coming to you today because I've been seeing some ads about something that's really concerning me. It's about everybody jumping on this open your CNA phlebotomy CPR bandwagon. Um, I don't want to discourage anybody, but I do want you to consider some important things before you open up a CNA or CPR training facility. So in this video, I'm going to, address those 5 things. Why should you listen to me? Because I've been doing this for 14 years. I am a master prepared nurse. I have trained thousands of people, and I've been a nurse now for 23 years. So I own Florida Training Academy, which is located in Jacksonville, Florida. We do CNA, CPR, first aid, PALS, ACLS, instructor level training, OSHA safety, such as forklift training. We have contracts with the city, the state, and also other entities, colleges, hospitals. So my influence is broad. And I'm going to tell you this, one of the classes I teach least is CNA. But you're going to have to stay till the end to understand my reasoning and why I really want you to consider some things before you open up your CNA business. All right, so here's the first question. What is your purpose and what is your mission? If you are simply opening up a CNA training facility because you heard that there's a nurse in Jacksonville who makes thousands of dollars training CNAs, you're doing it for the wrong reason. You really need to think about the population of the student that you're going to be training. What are those learner needs? How do they learn? How are you going to enforce learning? What rules are you going to have set? What are you going to do if a student fails the examination? How are you going to market? The cheapest is not always the best. So I refuse to be the least expensive training company in Jacksonville. I'm on the higher end. And by doing so, I recruit and retain customers who pay full price and who refer more customers who pay full price. That is my market. That is how I've been able to survive a recession, an economic depression, and a pandemic. So I really need to know, like, what is your reasoning for opening up a CNA business? Nurses will come to me and say things like, I want to do exactly what you do. And my response to them is, what do I do? My first encounters with most students is me building their confidence. It is not teaching skills. It's me preparing them to work with a group of professionals because they have a me, or I can do everything by myself mentality. And that's not going to work in a healthcare setting. So before you open up a CNA business, number one, what is your mission? What is your purpose? And why are you really doing this? Is it to serve yourself or is it to serve others? All right, so the second thing that I want you to consider is your finances. If you do not own your own home, I am going to discourage you in the short term from opening up a CNA business. It is going to cost thousands of dollars between the equipment, the actual building that you're going to be leasing, going through the permitting, figuring out how to do what you need to do. Just because you have experience in a hospital does not mean that you are capable of teaching CNAs who can pass their CNA examination. So I anticipate on you spending $20,000 just to start. There are going to be slow months. There's going to be weeks where you don't have customers, not the kind of customer base that you need in order to sustain yourself and sustain a business. So what are your personal finances like? Do you have business credit? I'm really transparent about things that I've gone through. None of my employees or staff have ever gone without a paycheck. However, I have. So I find that a lot of nurses who want to open CNA training businesses really end up not being successful because they treat it like a side hustle and not like a true business. If you are used to getting paid every week, every 2 weeks, a steady paycheck, please reconsider before opening up a CNA training business because you are not going to be making the money that you were making as a nurse. All right, so the third thing that I want you to consider before opening up a CNA or a CPR training company is who are you carrying versus who is carrying you. My CPR instructor classes are $400 each. and I have students who will pay for their family members, their best friends to attend the course with them because they just think it's a great idea. One is putting up all the money, has all of the confidence, know that this business will flourish. The other is just kind of there, not taking it seriously, not reading, not passing the test. Do not bring that person with you. That is a person who needs to stay where they are. They may be your best friend. They could be the greatest cousin ever. Meet her at the cookout, meet her at the family reunion, but she should not have a part in your business, especially if you're footing the bill for everything. Who's going to carry you? When money gets low, when the students are not there, when you have complaints, when you have to manage social media, when you're trying to grow the business, who's answering your phone calls? Before you open up a CNA training business or a CPR training company, I need you to think about who really has your back, who can you depend on? And then I want you to know that that person's not going to be there for you. That person has their own dreams, their own ambitions. So you really need to, try to think of how can I carry this business? How can I build a team that's going to support me and support my vision? And that is my recommendation for those who, are just going to, I'm going to open up this business. I want you to, come along with me. You don't have to put in any money. No, no. You want them to be invested. If they don't have money, they need time. All right. And so for those people who are like, okay, well, I'm just going to pay for my sister. My sister wants to be a CPR instructor. I'm going to go ahead and invest. I'm going to pay the $400. I'm going to pay the $100 for her instructor materials. I'm going to foot the bill for the hotel for the travel expenses because my sister got me. I want you to have your sister that you love so much to sign a non-compete agreement, at least for 1 year, especially if you're footing the bill for everything, because your sister may leave you and may start a competing business in the same city. Don't ask me how I know, but I know. So I really need for you, whether it's your sister or your friend, to have them sign a non-compete agreement. What I find works best is I don't expect for people to stay with me forever. What I expect is loyalty, growth. So most of my friends who have come through, they didn't pay for their initial trainings. I did everything for them, and they stayed with me for 1 year. They taught part-time. They did whatever they needed to do to support my vision, and then they left and pursued their vision, which may include a complementing business that also teaches CNA or CPR. We did it so that everybody benefited and that there were no hard feelings, at the end. My fifth recommendation is consider consulting an expert. I walk the walk and I talk the talk. Even during the pandemic, 2021, I still made more than six figures, with a small team. So I would ask that instead of you trying to go out here and copy me without consulting me, I would ask that you go ahead and pay the $150 for our small business development workshop, whether that is you trying to be a CPR instructor or you wanting to open up your own CNA training business. The resources I have, the connections I have, the information I have it's a lot. It's vast. I took the money that I made as a business owner and I invested it. I purchased property. So I really want you to not look at me as a competitor and look at me as a secret weapon. You need to consult someone who is going to help you save your business, grow your business, and not waste time and or money. You can end up spinning your wheels if you just open up a CNA program. By the time you figure out what curriculum to teach, how to teach it, what software, how to answer the phones, I already have that stuff created. But I don't give my information away for free. Not only is Florida Training Academy a business, I too am a business. I have a brand. If you've paid attention the whole time, I've had like my videos playing in the background. So I really have a lot of information, a lot of resources, and those who utilize me actually benefit from them. So I hope that, gave you a little bit of things to think of before you venture out and open up your own CNA training business. It's not that you shouldn't. It's just that you need to really think about how much money do you want to make? Who are you partnering with? How are you going to pay your bills and pay for a lease on a building? All right, so my name is Eunice Mathis. I am the owner of Florida Training Academy. I really do hope that you like our video, subscribe to our channel, and if I can be of assistance, our website is www.fl as in Florida training.com. All right, everybody, have a blessed day. Bye-bye. All right, so I almost forgot. I was going to tell you the reason why I rarely teach CNA classes. You all, the learners have changed. This is a post-pandemic generation. Someone let the cat out of the bag. That CNAs are doing traveling assignments, that CNAs are taking traveling assignments, making $30, $40 an hour. And it used to be that I would have pre-nursing students taking my CNA exam prep courses. Now I have people who sometimes, not all the times, sometimes do not have the compassion, who are simply taking the exam prep course so that they can travel, go make money. They're not even trying to stay in the Jacksonville area. They are literally just earning their CNA license for monetary purposes. And when you teach as hard as I do, and when you're a true patient advocate, that hurts. It is a lot of work training CNAs, holding their hands, making sure that they perform the skills properly, making sure that they keep care in caregiving. So, in what I'm finding is that I'm working really hard training CNAs. I've been doing this for 14 years now. In training them, I usually see a progression, growth. And because I'm not seeing that, it's kind of disheartening for me. So that is the reason why I don't teach CNAs as much. If you look at the number of CNA positions that are available, it's just not me. It's that traditional CNAs, the ones who want to stay CNAs, work locally, and then go to nursing school. It's just not a big market anymore. Those people are not there. So before you open up a CNA training company, I want you to research the number of other CNA training companies there are in your area. I want you to do some drive-bys. I want you to see how many students they have. I want you to go, whatever they have on their schedule, I want you to go on those different times, those different dates. And you're going to help yourself by getting away from this false sense of CNA instructors, CNA and CPR training companies make a whole bunch of money. They don't. The colleges are giving away CNA classes. So is the American Red Cross. Most of your nursing homes are giving away CNA classes. So you're really going to have to set yourself apart from the rest in order for you to gain a portion of the market. So that's the reason why I don't teach CNAs as much. It's a labor of love, and I would really like to see the fruit of my labor. And because I can't see it, I just don't teach it as often. It may be different for you. It may be different for another CNA instructor. But for me, that's the reason that I don't teach CNAs as often. I may teach about 2 or 3 classes a month max, and then I focus on my other opportunities. All right, so that was it. That's what I had forgot to tell you. Again, this is Eunice with Florida Training Academy, and the website is www.fl as in Florida training.com. All right, you all have a blessed day. Bye.